Quickly before we get started in this video, I just want to let you guys know that apparently half of my viewers aren't subscribed, so make sure you are subscribed. Thank you very much. Now let's get into the video. Yo guys, Features Gaming here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are on Euro Truck for another episode on the Trucking Career Season 2 in Euro Truck Simulator. So we still haven't got a truck yet, if I can get my words out. So we're still doing quick jobs, getting hired. So let's see what we've got. We've got Calais to Cambridge. Okay, that's a little bit. It's a bit of a longer journey that we've been having, so that could be a good one. Got a locomotive. That's a really good job to take. I've got a roller, which could be an interesting drive. Post packages across the south of the UK. Southampton to London. Again, we've done that. It gets a bit boring. Then we might take this. It's a heavy load, a locomotive, 61 tons from Calais to London. Yeah, let's hit that. Be an interesting drive. Let's get into the truck. And this is the truck that we have. It's a Volvo Globetrotter, as you can see. We've got the locomotive on the back. It's really big. I think we have some beacons on this. We just fire up the engine. Seriously, we don't have a beacon on here. Oh, come on, get into gear. Come on. Alright, let's just move forward a bit. I swear that we have a beacon on here. Oh yeah, there we go. So the beacon's running. Why is my graphics setting looking a little bit weird? Hold on. Okay, we're back. No idea why that did that. But yeah, we do have a beacon on the truck. So now, we need to go and deliver it. So we have a sat-nav inside the truck. So we don't need to have the normal navigation thing up, but we're going to have that thing along the bottom because I can't see the speed very well. So that'll be an indication as to what our speed is.
Turn right.
I mean, I have a good estimate on what it could be, but sometimes I'm not usually right.
In 50 feet, turn left.
We need to make sure that we keep this truck out wide because it has steerable axles and the length of the truck is just incredible, so we need to make sure that we keep it out of the barriers and not cutting any corners. And that's the most challenging part.
In 50 feet, turn right.
Hopefully the traffic lights stay as they are. Getting lucky with them. To make sure that we have enough space to clear that. We had way more than enough.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So I've got a topic that I'm going to talk about in this video, but I'm going to tell you guys about something first. Now, I was originally planning to do this drive in VR using my Oculus Quest, but the thing is that when I tried to do this yesterday, which is when I was planning to record this, it didn't work. And we tried it again this morning, and again it didn't work. So I'm going to be recording this video as normal and going to try VR sometime in the future. Hopefully. Oh, brake. Oh, that was brilliant. I managed just to stop in time. Yeah, I am going to try and get it working again. It was working a few days ago and then it hasn't been working ever since, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to try and sort that out by, having a bit of a chat with Oculus about why it ain't working. Getting a few weird lag spikes. A bit weird. That one, like, we're just getting a few weird freezes and I don't know why. Yeah, I've been contacting Oculus to see if they know why the issue is occurring and how I can solve it. But yeah, we've had no success so far, so hopefully we get it working soon and I can record a trucking career video in VR, which would be awesome. So talking about VR, I thought it would be only fitting that the topic of this video would be to talk about tech. And it was requested by Dark Reaper, so Dark Reaper, you get a shout out. And for anyone else who wants to have a shout out on my channel, all you have to do is just leave a comment of a topic that you want me to talk about, and I will pick one before I start recording the next episode, and I will talk about the topic in the video, and you'll also win a shout out as Dark Reaper has just done there. So let's talk about tech. So let's just get over to the UK first and then we'll talk about it. So let's just stop right here. There we go. And let's go over to Dover, which will only take about an hour and 31 minutes, which is alright. Cover expenses paid by our employer, so that's all good.
GPS signal lost. Navigation resumed.
It always says that. Just always does. We're now here in Dover. I think it could be raining actually when we get out. Just a bit possibly. Is it raining? No, okay. What's the time in the game? 5:39 PM? Fair enough. So yeah, let's talk about tech. So we were mentioning about VR, and tech is moving so quick in the world. As I was born as well, like, we didn't have things like we have today. Like, we didn't have all of these Vives. Just got a bit of damage on my truck because I didn't keep it in enough to try and avoid the walls with the steel bell axles on the back, so that is probably a bit of profit knocked off. Interestingly, we hit it with our trailer, however it's damaged our truck. That's weird. Physics there, not correct. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. So yeah, tech has moved on so quick in the world.
Turn right.
As I said, like, when I was born, we didn't have the things we have today, like the Oculus Rifts, the Oculus Quests that I have, and I was talking about. The first Oculus, I think the prototype was out, but it didn't work kind of how the Oculus is, and well, the VR headsets that we have today. I don't think it worked as well as that. But I think the first VR prototype was out. And it's just crazy to think that now we have things that do, like Beat Saber and stuff like that. It fully hand tracking and stuff, like with the controls, even just hand tracking in the actual VR headset on the Oculus Quest, as that's the only one I own. I do. My stepdad does own a Go as well, an Oculus Go, but I don't think that has hand tracking, and that's just one single controller as well. And they are paired by Bluetooth and stuff. The controllers, obviously, they require a battery to, be used. But like, we didn't have other things. Like, we didn't have super intelligent robots like Cosmo, for example. We didn't have anything like that. And yeah, it's just crazy to think that in nearly 2 decades, technology in this world has just, shot up in the world. You've got loads of things. Like my stepdad was saying, like, he was watching he's been playing like a super pixelated game and stuff, and he thought it was real life. Like, he was watching it on TV. And just playing these games now, all we want is better graphics. Just think how like you were playing, I don't know, like 30, 20 years ago. It looked like it was real life, but now we've got, you know, this game would not have been possible back then on one of those TVs, never. And to think about it now, we're playing it in real time in these sorts of graphics. And I know that you guys will be thinking, oh yeah, but that's easy with, you know, game creating engines and stuff. It isn't. It takes months and months to code a game. And for a game at this level, to play it in this sort of graphics in real time, it's just incredible. And now other organisations and games companies have taken this, and they're starting to create games with good graphics. And you now may be thinking, what's there to be in the future? And, you know, we've been getting sneak peeks of, you know, the new platform where you can play games on different devices. Obviously the introduction of VR headsets.
Continue straight.
And stuff like that. It's just like, where can this technology go? Because I can guarantee you, in probably about 20, 30 years time, when we all grow up, we'll be having, you know, like what there was in Back to the Future Part 2. We'll be having flying cars, self-drying jackets and stuff like that. Robotic restaurants and stuff, self-driving cars and stuff like that, even though there are some self-driving cars at the moment. But like, we'll be saying to our like children, if like we do have any, this is what we had. And just to think what you have now. Like, I remember someone who couldn't even dream to have something like this. And that's probably what they're saying now. People from, you know, the earlier decades could, you know, dream upon having graphics and stuff at this quality and playing it in real time. It's just amazing to think how technology has moved on in the world. And as I said, it's only going to get better. It's just, when will it stop? What can we not do with technology? And if it keeps going as it is, there's never going to be an end. Like, the technology world is just going to be infinite, but surely there has to be an end. Surely there's going to be something that's impossible to make. But what is that going to be? There's no sign at all of something that's not going to be possible. And I just find it amazing to find how far games have come. It's like films as well. Like CGI stuff is improved and stuff like that. Like, to think about some of the CGI and special effects that they use in Star Wars A New Hope compared to Star Wars The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi looks so much better with the CGI and special effects than in A New Hope. And that is because technology and computers and processor whatever has improved.
Continue straight.
I'm pretty sure some of the special effects that we saw in The Last Jedi would not have been possible back in 1979 when they made A New Hope. It's kind of like Star Wars Attack of the Clones. That massive fight between the Jedi and the clones. It's just amazing how they managed to pull that off in the 2002 era. Like, there weren't computers like I am playing on now around there. Like, they didn't exist around 2002. Let's drop the speed down. It's just incredible to think about it. Like having loads of laser blasts, lightsabers and stuff all having to be rendered inside a computer that's not as nearly as powerful as the computer that I have right now. Obviously I know that Lucasfilm is a massive company and they probably did have a budget to use a PC that had this type of rendering thing. Back in 2002, I don't even think they existed. Probably had something maybe kind of similar, but still, even the CGI that they used in that film, I don't think a computer that I am running on right now would be able to cope it. It's just incredible to think how far tech has come. And now they've released programs like After Effects and stuff where you can easily do stuff like that. You can easily add in laser blasts, lightsabers and stuff like that.
Turn right.
I just find it fascinating, and I don't know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments what your views are. Come on. I keep missing the parking brake, the button on my steering wheel to release it. You gonna go, mate? Or are you gonna wait for all of this traffic? We're probably gonna do the exact same thing. He's waiting for me no matter what. And as I was saying, let me know what your views on tech are, because you might have a different view on it and I'd love to hear it. And talking about that, has now bring us to the end of this journey, so allow me if you want me to do more stuff like this, as it might take up the length of the episode. Yes, I know, will take up the length of the job. I'll talk about all of my views on it. I've probably missed a bunch of points on tech that I should have talked about, but we haven't got these longer jobs yet, and once we do have these longer jobs, we might either A, run out of topics to say, B, say everything about that topic and have to choose a different one, or C, we can just go back to the original plan of me just talking about random things, and then when I don't have anything to talk about, we then I speed up the journey when we're in boring places and stuff like that. Or I could just not talk. Oh, forgot that there was a car in front. Or I could just not talk about topics at all and just drive with the journey being uncut. So I just leave the journey info like this one and just talking about random things, and if I don't have anything to talk about, I just won't talk. But here we are in London.
Keep left.
In the future, I really need to start thinking about dropping into different cities and seeing what there is that we can take. So we need to start getting these discoverables early on.
Take the exit.
If we wanna, get good stuff. I mean, we're already gonna be getting a Scania truck dealer, because obviously that's what we picked as our favourite truck. So it's quite vital that you choose the right truck to start off with and select it as your favourite truck, because that's the truck dealer you will get. We've got another one that we can choose from as well by just discovering a Volvo truck dealer, as that is the truck dealer that's in London.
In 50 feet, turn left.
And also agencies.
Turn left.
We need to make sure that the amount of agencies we get, the more drivers we can. We have a bigger selection of drivers to choose from.
You have arrived.
And possibly a better rating. And if we keep driving and delivering jobs and stuff, we'll get a bigger rating. And I've just realised that I've just selected one of the hardest parkings to do. And I have steerable axles, and I'm not used to parking steerable axle trailers. I don't know if you guys have seen my trucking career US version that I posted last Thursday, but I went to the drop-off point and I was just like, that ain't gonna happen. Because I think A, it had steerable axles, and B, it had steer around like a very tight kind of corner. But if we just keep this steady, little tiny movements, then hopefully we'll be able to just slightly adjust to get this trailer in. As you see there, it's not perfect. It's slightly at an angle, I think. That's pretty good. There we go. We'll hand it off to these. They can do whatever they want with it. And these are the stats. Excellent rating. Obviously we did make contact with the wall, but surprisingly, because of the physics in the game, we only damaged the cabin of the truck, which is quite weird. 2 grand income, 238 XP, nearly level 2, but not yet. One more job and it should tick over. So we've got 9k now, and we have got to that Volvo truck dealer, and we also had the Scania truck dealer, as that was our favourite truck. As well, if you go onto, I don't know if you guys know this or not, well, last time I checked it worked. Basically, if you selected a discovered truck dealers, the only places that had that sort of truck dealer would show up. That's what happened the last time I did it. Like, I selected a Renault truck dealer and we had like some in France. Well, I'm not saying that there were some in France, but I'm just like saying it's like an example. And we had some in France, Germany. Clicked Volvo and they would have moved. There was probably some in Poland and some in Sweden. I don't know why. It's probably just me imagining things. It probably didn't even happen at all, so I'm just talking about something that's not even in the game. I like that to be like an addition though. Because like, say if you wanted to like only get Scania truck dealers, like there may be one in Frankfurt, there might be one in Berlin, and the one in Leipzig, I think it's Leipzig how you pronounce it, and the one in Leipzig might be a Volvo truck dealer, but you just want to get the Scania's one. So like, if you have your own truck, you can select Scania, see where there is. I mean, there's many websites online that tell you where they are, and like say, okay, so there's one in Reims, you go into your garage manager, or no, not your garage manager, your world map, set a destination to Reims and get the truck dealer. But I guess that's the whole fun of the game, to just driving and select and getting new discoverables. So where is the... Okay, so the Volvo truck dealer was in London and the Scania one was in Manchester. I think our home is in... No, we're based in London, aren't we? Yeah, we're based in London. Right. What do we have in the job market so that we can take in the next episode? Okay, we have one that's going more into France, nearing Belgium. Be a good one. It's a bit boring. We got one to Felixstowe, that could be an interesting job. It's only toys though. What's the biggest route though that we can do? Okay, that one's the biggest, going from Southampton to Calais. I'm kind of liking the idea of doing this one. Or this one. Because that one goes into Dover and that one goes further into France. And that expands us to a load of opening opportunities in France. However, if we just go to Felixstowe, yes, it may take us to maybe Cambridge and Grimsby and maybe further up, but France is just so big. Like, we could get one from Lille to Paris, which would be awesome. But that's something that we're going to talk about in the next episode, and, well, do in the next episode. But we are going to leave this video here, so I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, leave a like on it, that'd be awesome, and thanks very much. Also, make sure to subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, take care and peace out.